Hi, my beautiful ladies. Welcome to our Friday workout. I get to see you twice today, and I hope you're very sore after our last workout on Wednesday. I'm very sore in my quads, so hopefully everybody is too. Now, today we're going to need weights, a band, 2 pillows, and the bench or the chair. Either one is good. Okay, so what we'll do for our warm-up today, we're going to warm up the inner thighs and outer thighs at the same time. If you have a band available, that's perfect. If you don't worry. You're going to keep going without the band. You're still going to feel the burn. Also, we're going to use probably 5 pounds are good, not heavier than 5, because we're going to keep going for all 4 sets to make it harder. Now, if you have a sensitive back, you're just going to do tiny little taps, pointing your heel down to the ground and then pointing your toes out to the side, okay? This is going to be warming up your inner thighs and your biceps. We're going to start with that for the first 2 sets. So little taps, just like this, with the heel pointed down and the toes pointed out, okay? Now, to make this a little bit more challenging, what we'll do, we're going to cross over the leg, and you're going to squeeze the inner thighs really, really hard. Now, this is only if the knees are good and your back is good, okay? If you do have a sensitive back today, you can always stay steady, too, if you need to. So, keep the core super, super tight as you can. Knees are soft, and we're going to warm up those inner thighs. So keep going there. Abs engaged. Good. Shoulders relaxed. Good. Give it a nice squeeze on the top. So you're squeezing the top of the bicep, and you're squeezing the inner thighs. Good. So you're crossing it over. Make sure everything feels good. And again, if you need to modify, do little taps. Keep that heel on the ground, okay? Exercise. Keep going. I'm going to get those biceps warmed up. Keep breathing. Hopefully everybody's going to be nice and out of breath at the end of the warm-up. Good going. Super engaged abs right now. Good. Keep breathing. Feel those biceps. The biceps
set 2
is really starting to feel it right now. You got the elbow tucked in next to the body. Good. Chest stays open. Nice, keep going. For the last 2 sets, we're going to keep going with the bicep so you can feel that burn and you can get nice and sore. What we'll do, we're going to try to warm up the outer part of the leg. So the hips. Okay, right now we're getting inner thighs. We're going to get outer thighs in a second. And we're going to exaggerate the heel up, pointed up. Okay, and I'll show you in a second.
Stop
going.
Exercise.
Good, so now slowly, if you have a sensitive knee, you could do a little side tap with your toe pointed in and then heel exaggerated, okay? This is really going to get the hips and the glutes right now. Keep going. So now if you want to make it more challenging,
set 3.
You lift that leg up. Good. Squeeze on the top. Make sure your back feels good. There's no twinging in the back. You're not arching the back either. Keep going. Nice. Normally we do those side leg lifts with just the leg up like that. Today I want you to really exaggerate that heel. You're really pointing the toes down. You're pushing through that heel. Keep going. Nice work. So we did the first 2 sets for the inner thighs. Now the last 2 are getting those outer thighs. The biceps are still working. If you start feeling neck tension or shoulder tension or elbow tension, just keep your arms down and keep going with the legs. Good job. Keep going. After we finish with this, ladies, we're going to do the Polish chair. So if you have 2 pillows available, you're going to put them against the wall, and then we're going to sit down. On Wednesday, I did the leg lifts with the toes pointed up to the ceiling. Today, we're going to open up the inner thigh. I'm really focusing on the inner thighs today. Keep going. Woo! I'm out of breath. I hope everybody else is too. Keep going. Almost there. So really fast. When we finish with this set, we're going to put the weights down. We're going to take the band off, and we'll sit against the wall with 1 pillow on the ground and then 1 against the wall, okay?
Stop exercise and switch to the next station.
Nice work. Hopefully everybody was nice and out of breath. So what we'll do, I'll bring one of the weights with me just in case I want to make it harder. We're going to sit down against the wall with that 1 knee bend, 1 leg straight. Now, if you have a sensitive back, you can always do this on the chair or the bench. Now, today, you're going to open up your toes. So your toes are going to be pointing out, and then the inner thigh is going to feel the burn. Abs are super tight. You're going to lift and hold for 10, and then you're going to lower slowly. If you want to make this harder, you just hold it up the whole time or pulse it. Keep the abs engaged. We're getting the inner thighs and the top of the thigh. Good going. Woo! Before you lift the leg up, try to breathe out through the mouth. Exhale fully. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. I'm shaking already. Woo! Keep going, everybody. Squeeze in the top of the thigh. Nice. Let's keep going. Good. If your back starts feeling this, let's sit down on the bench. Good. So it's a little different than we did on Wednesday. On Wednesday, our toes were pointing up. Good. Now we're getting that inner thigh in the top of the quad. Good going. Squeeze in the abs. Good. This is one of the best exercises for the quads and the hip flexors. Woo! And your abs too. Your abs are working. My goodness. Keep going. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Good job. If you can only lift it up for like 1, 2 seconds, don't worry. You're doing amazing. Keep going. Squeeze in the abs. If you want to feel that burn, you want to feel that leg shaking. Good going. Nice. I know you got it in you. Woo! We're going to be even more sore. Squeezing everything in the body. Breathing out. Let's do one more on this side. Squeeze. Hold it on the top. Feel the quad working. And bring it down. Let's switch legs. So again, if this is too much, you could do it on the bench. Same idea. Just the toes pointed out. Again, we're getting those inner thighs. Keeping the core tight. Lift. Ooh, good job. Very good. This is my stronger leg. You're going to notice that each side is always feels different. We always have that a stronger side. Either left or right, either one. Everybody's different. Good. Keep going. Squeezing it on the top. Really hard. Feel the burn. Shaking a little bit. The shaking is good, ladies. Keep going. That means we're fatiguing the muscle there. Good. Come on. I know you got it in you. Keep going. Squeezing the abs. Shoulders relaxed. Good going. Good going. We don't need those breaks today. If that's too easy, again, leave it up there for as long as you can or pulse it. That's even more challenging. Keep going. Woo! Come on. I know you got it in you. After we finish, we're going to do some bridges on the floor. Now, if you have a sensitive back, you're going to do tiny little bridges or just squeezing your tushy with your hips down, okay? If you want to make it more challenging, we're going to do one-legged bridge. Okay, it's going to be super fun. And one arm up for stability. You can also use your chair or whatever you have available, chair or a bench or a bed, to make it more challenging. Good going. You have to be very careful with the bridges, ladies, making sure the back feels good. So we're getting inner and outer thighs right now. Then after that, we're going to move on to the bridge for the hamstrings. And one more
to the next
session. Nice. Take a break, ladies. That was awesome. Let's switch now. So what we'll do, again, I'm going to show the step 1 for the bridge. We're going to push through the heels. If you have a sensitive back, you just do pelvic tilts and tushy squeezes for 10 and release. If you want to make it more challenging, you squeeze everything. You go up for 5 and you go down, okay? If you want to make it more challenging, lift and hold with the toes up and you just hold it there. Make sure the back feels good. And then if you really want to make it more challenging, you put that one foot up or you keep it down on the ground. Either one is good. And you go up like this, ladies. See how my one leg is actually parallel to the other? You squeeze on the abs. You're not letting your hips go too high. And then you point and flex your foot. This is the most challenging version of this exercise. We point and flex. Good. Squeeze in the abs super tight. And again, if this is too much for the back, you do little tushy squeezes with your hips down. You can still activate the glutes. Then if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you go up and down into the bridge. Then in step 3, you can make it harder by keeping the hips high with both feet down. And now this version is the hardest. Woo! I'm burning! I'm actually working on my ankle right now as well. Squeezing the abs. Imagining I put a glass of wine, white wine, because I like white wine, on top of the hips. And I don't want to spill it, ladies. No. We don't want to spill our wine or water or whatever you like to drink.
Stop.
Keep going. Woo! Take a break. Very good. Oh, I felt the hamstring. I felt my glutes working, ladies. It's a combination of everything. And my quads as well. So now we're going to switch sides if you're doing one leg. If not, keep going on those bridges with both feet, okay? Don't stop unless you start feeling your low back. Then you want to take a little break. If not, just keep going. Always modify. Always listen to the body. The body knows, and everybody's so different, so that's what we always listen to the body. Like, keep going. If it's a muscle burn, it's good. If it's a knee tension, back tension, we want to modify. Keep going. Now I'm pointing and flexing my foot. If you don't have a bench available, again, we're doing this on the floor, on the ground. It's still challenging. Keep going. Woo! Come on.
Stop exercise.
Keep breathing. Then after this, we're going to do abs, inner thighs, and shoulders and chest. Now, if you have a sensitive shoulder, you're just going to keep your arms up. And then I'll show you, ladies. And then if your shoulders are good, you're going to do flies. And you're going to work your inner thighs.
4.
Let's keep going. Come on, ladies. I know you got it in you. Pinching the shoulder blades together the whole entire time. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. And breathing. You want to feel the burn without any back pain. Come on. I know you got it in you. Keep going. If this is too much, you go up and down with those hips on one leg. The up and down will always release some tension. Good. My hamstrings on fire right now. Woo! Come on. I know you got it in you, ladies. We never want to stop. Good job.
To the next station.
Awesome. Okay, so what we'll do now, we're going to grab our weights that we have available. And actually, thighs, if you have a sensitive shoulders are good. You can go a little heavier if your shoulders are good. Perfect. So what we'll do, first we're going to start with the arms up, right? If your shoulders are sensitive, you're just going to keep them up and hold it there. If your back is sensitive, your feet are down. Now, if your back is okay, you're going to lift your legs up, heels together, okay? So you're putting your heels together. Then what you're going to do, you're going to extend that one leg out, not letting that leg go too low, okay? So you're keeping the toes pointed out. See how my inner thighs are open? Make sure the knees feel good. This is only if your back feels good. If it doesn't feel good, you keep your feet down, okay, on the ground. Now you squeeze the abs super tight as you can, like you've never squeezed it before. Now from here, ladies, if your shoulder allows you, you're going to extend the arms out like you're hugging a bear, okay? And again, it's not a press. Your elbows are soft.
Again, set 2.
Imagine you're hugging somebody, okay? A tree. You're hugging a tree, and don't go too low. You're just going down a tiny bit. You squeeze, you feel the chest, and then you come up. Your back is flat. Your toes are pointing out. That's only if your back feels good. If your back doesn't feel good, bring that other foot down, and then just keep going with the movement. Good. Nice work. I know you got it in you. Come on. Don't give up. Don't feel the back. Squeeze the abs super tight. Good. If you have an okay neck and you want to make this even more challenging, you can lift yourself up and then keep the upper body up. That's a little bit more intense on the neck. I tend to not to do that because I feel in my neck. But if your neck is strong and you want to do extra more abs, you could do that as well. Switch side legs. So the other leg goes out. Again, if your back is sensitive, you bring that one foot down. You only keep one leg out. And keep going, ladies. The lower the leg, the harder it gets. So make sure you're feeling the abs, never the low back. The low back will let you know if it's being bothered by the exercise. Keep going. Sometimes when your abs get tired, you start feeling the back. That means you need to modify it. Now again, if your shoulders are sensitive, hold the arms up and just keep them steady. Keep that leg out, point your toes out. Again, always modifications available. Keep going. Ladies, after this, we're going to put our band back on, and we're going to do our side leg lifts. But today, I got a surprise for you on those side leg lifts. You can also grab a pillow, because we're going to use a pillow for underneath your hips.
Begin set 4.
Keep going. If you don't have one available, don't worry. Good. Don't go too low on those flies. Again, here's perfect. You kind of want to see the arms to the side of the eye, making sure we're not going too low. Keep pushing your back into the ground so there's not even a twinge in the back. We're almost there. When we finish, ladies, you're going to bring the elbows really close to the body, setting the weights down slowly. We're going to grab the band if available. If not, don't worry. We're going to start with side leg lifts, and then I'm going to make them more and more challenging. Keep going, everybody. Woo! Come on.
Exercise.
Nice work. Tuck the elbows in, set them down, and let's switch. So now, ladies, we got the band available. If available, if not, don't worry. You're still going to feel that burn, okay? If you have a pillow, you could put it right underneath your hip. If you don't want to have one, don't worry either. You're going to be okay. Now we're going to go all the way down. Now the modification, remember the modification, this is our modification for the side leg. So you go up and down like this, nice and slow. Squeeze in the core, keeping the shoulders down. Now you're going to today place this hand that's available and set it down on the ground. To make this harder, if your back allows you, only if you have not a sensitive back, you're going to lift both legs up and then you're going to do the leg lift. Squeeze the abs, because if you lift that bottom leg up, you might either feel the hip in a funny way, or you might feel your low back, okay? So make sure both feel good. This top hand is nice and steady. It's helping you with control to keep the core super, super tight, okay? So it's helping you to stabilize the hip. Keep going.
Begin
nice
set 2.
Good job. Again, if something feels funny, just bring that bottom leg down and then just a little leg lift. Good. Nice. Actually, maybe just to keep it safe, for number 2, bring that foot down. Just to keep it safe, and then do those little pulses. Let's burn out that hip. I know we haven't done this before, so I want to make sure I keep you nice and safe. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Good. Squeezing the abs super, super tight. Good breathing. Never giving up, ladies. Never, ever. Good. Shoulders relaxed. No pain in the neck or the shoulder. You can always bring your head down if you need to.
Exercise.
Let's do 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Nice work. Very good. So, if you don't have a band, you should still feel the burn, ladies. Very good. We're going to switch sides now. It's a great hip exercise. So, again, modification is to keep both feet down on the ground and just do a little leg lifts. If you want a little bit more side, a little bit more abs, keeping this hand here, you're going to lift both legs up and little leg lifts. Good. Make sure there's no twinging in the back. Your toes are pointing down. You're pushing for that heel. Good. Keep going. You're going to have this face on fire by the end of this exercise. Get going. Come on. I know you got it in you. Never ever giving up, ladies. Never. If this feels weird, again, bring that foot down or just switch to clamshells. Clamshells are really, really good for the back and the knees, so that's a good modification as well. Keep going. So I'm going to bring that bottom foot down and now just burn out. Now we're burning those hips. Woo! Keep going. And again, you can bring your head down. You can keep it elevated. Either one is good. Now after this, let's give your legs a little break, ladies. We're going to do push-ups. If you have a sensitive shoulder, you will do them elevated on the ledge or the wall or a counter, whatever you have available. If you don't have any of those and you have sensitive shoulders, you could do little tiny planks, okay? Just do a plank. It's still shoulder exercise. And I'm going to show you the modification against the ledge first, okay? And then we're going to go on the ground for number 2. Keep going. Keep your band with you. That will make it a little bit more challenging.
Stop exercise.
3, 2, 1. Take a break. Nice work. Good job, everybody. So if you don't have a ledge available or a little bench, you will just hold a plank, okay? Either straight arms, forearms. We're still going to do a plank at the end of the workout, so you might do some extra. Now, if you have a ledge,
begin set 1.
You're going to squeeze your tushy, hands a little bit wider than shoulder width. Let's go over the proper form. Your shoulders are relaxed, you're pinching the penny, squeezing the tushy super tight. So if you decide to stay here, elevated like this, you could lift the leg up. Every time you go down, you could alternate legs to make it more challenging. Or you could just keep going for all 4 sets. Just every time you come up, you readjust your shoulders. Good. Keep going. Readjust the shoulders. That's very important, especially for everybody with sensitive neck. Let's do one more. Good work. Now I'm going to go on the ground. Make sure you have that pillow available for underneath your knees. I'm going to show that modification again, and then we'll make it harder. So if you have a sensitive shoulder or back, stay elevated, ladies.
Begin set 2.
This is a little bit more challenging. So we're going to go down nice and slow, and then we're going to come up, squeezing your tissue super tight, okay? Not even a twinge. If you need a break for the wrist, you go sitting back into your heels, and then you go down again, nice and slow. Squeeze in that twist. See how my hips want to drop? Tuck your tailbone like a plank, and slow sit back, okay? This is, again, step 2 for the exercise. A little bit more challenging than the first one. Watch your shoulders. Shoulders are down. Never feel any twinging.
Exercise.
Good. So number 3, ladies, or step 3 for this exercise, is going to be to elevate one leg up, okay? So you're going to stay on your knee, only if your back is good, okay? You're going to elevate that one leg. This is more glute work.
Set 3.
And you're going to go back to those push-ups again. Next. Slow and control, going down, slowly coming up. I don't like to go too low, ladies, on the push-up, because when we go too low, sometimes we can feel that shoulder twinging. So whatever your shoulder allows you. If your wrists get tired, you just go back and then up again into that push-up. Good. Always modify it if you need to. We're staying on that one leg. Squeezing the abs super tight. This is your glutes working right now.
Exercise.
Let's take a break. Sit back on your heels. Make sure your knee feels good. There's not even a twinge in the knee. Abs are engaged. Good job. We got one more set here. We're going to switch legs again. Good, good, good. Feel the abs working, ladies. Shoulders are down.
Set
good.
4.
If you're not sure of this, you just hold it plank. I know you mastered your planks, ladies. Good. Keep going. Abs engaged. See me shaking? The higher the leg, the harder it gets. Don't let that back arch. Keep breathing. Good. Abs are super tight. Then our wall sits are coming. I know we didn't do them last time. And I know everybody was so sad. So I want to make sure that we really push hard on the wall sits today. Woo! Come on. Keep going. Again, if you need a little break, you sit back. Come back up again.
Stop exercise.
Last one.
To the next station.
Take a break, ladies. Good job. We only have 2 more exercises left, which is a plank and a wall sit. So let's go into the wall sit. If you have a weight available, like a 2-pounder, 1-pounder, let's grab it. And then the other one, a little heavier, okay? So you got a heavier and a lighter weight. If you don't have them right now, if you didn't have enough time to get it, don't worry, ladies. So you could keep your band or you could take it off. Either one is good. Push through the heels. Again, you only go as low as your body allows you, okay? Never feel the tension in the knee. Your back stays flat. Shoulders are down. Again, if you have a sensitive shoulder, you just do little bicep curls with the elbow tapped in with that heavier weight, okay? If your shoulders are good, we're going to do the alphabet. A, B, C, D. If you start feeling the shoulder of the neck,
exercise.
Go back to our bicep curls. I can't believe I'm so out of breath right now. Keep going, pushing through the heels. If you don't want to do alphabet, just do little circles. Beautiful. You're still going to feel that burn. Circles are good as well.
Begin set 2.
Now let's change the circles. Good. So you feel the quads. If you can't feel the quads, go lower, but never feel the knees. Keep going. Good. It's one of the best exercises for your quads, ladies. It's an isometric exercise, which means that we're keeping the tension in the muscle the whole time. You know, I would always have you do some side leg lifts, wall sits, just different variations to make it more fun. If your neck is feeling this, go back to the bicep curl. Or your shoulder in a bad way. Good. Push through the heels. Let's switch sides. Oh my gosh, I felt that shoulder burning, ladies. Let's switch. So now we're going to go inward with the circles. Abs are engaged. Now, as you do the circles, your back wants to come up so badly. You say no to that. Now, your knees want to come in together. We say no to that either. We don't want the knees to come in, and the knee's going to feel the burn in a bad way. You don't want that. Keep going. Push through your heels. If you start feeling any tension in the knees, push through the heels. Keep going. Woo! Planks are coming. The band stays on for the planks, ladies. Again, I'm going to show you the modification. Now we're going to make it harder and harder. If you have a sensitive shoulder, don't just stick to the regular plank, ladies. You can either do it on the elevator or on the floor. Either one is good. Never feel any pain in the shoulders during the planks.
Stop exercise.
And plus, I'm making it a little harder because we're working the shoulders. We work them on our, actually the flies, we work them on the push-ups. and we're working them right now. Keep going. So you should have some sore shoulders in a good way. Keep going. My goodness, my arms are tired. Keep going. Come on. Shoulders relax. You want to make it harder, go lower. Keep breathing, ladies. I am burning. Woo! Come on. So after this, the planks are coming. And again, I'm going to show you modifications on the bench. Then I'm going to make it harder and harder. Keep going. Never giving up. Ever. Good going, ladies. Good going. I know you got it in you. Come on. I know you're watching me. I can't give up right now. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Squeezing the abs. Keeping the abs tight. Nice.
Switch to the next stage.
Woo! That was a good one. Okay, so now let's go into that plank. We got the band available. I know some of you might have done planks when we did the push-ups, but don't worry. Never enough planks, really. So again, you either start straight arms. If you have sensitive shoulders, you can do knuckles as well. Whatever feels better. And then what we're going to do, we're going to start with a little, so this is the modification, right? Just hold it either like this or like this. Okay, and what we'll do, we're going to add a little movement. Now, this has to feel good on your back and your shoulder blades. You're going to do a little tap, opposite arm, opposite leg, and you're going to squeeze your tissue super tight. So opposite arm, opposite leg, bring it back. Now, this is only if your shoulders feel good and your back feels good. Bring it in.
Stop.
Set it down. Squeeze your tissue. Bring it in. Set it down. Squeeze the tissue. When you do it elevated is the best, okay? You can do it on your hands on the floor, but that's a little bit more challenging for your wrist.
Set two.
So I prefer to do it this way, on the bench or the bed or the chair, whatever you have available there. Good. That's nice and steady and it doesn't move. Keep going. And again, if you need to modify, you just hold it. Squeeze the tissue, knees are soft. Always feel the abs working, ladies. Never give up. So this is your shoulders, stability. Beautiful. And as you do it, try to keep your hips aligned so you don't let the hips move. Beautiful. We've done the mountain climbers. This is tiny bit different. Again, you can always do straight arms. If your shoulders get too tired, you could go this way, but this is a little bit harder on your wrists. Take a quick break if you need one. Just a quick one for the back and the shoulders. Woo! Two more, ladies. Let's do this. My goodness, I hope everybody else is as much out of breath as I am right now. Keep going. Squeezing the abs super tight. Good going. Beautiful. The abs are engaged. Again, if this is too easy, you can always do this on straight arms on the floor. But I like this better because you're able to control everything a little bit better. And it's not as hard on your back or your shoulders when you elevate it like this.
Stop. Exercise.
Keep going. Good. If you need that break for the shoulders and the wrists or the back, take a little break. That's too much for the knees. Don't do any movement. You can always just move your arms if you need to and give the knees a little break. Keep going. Last one. Come on. I know you've got it in you. Imagine that glass of wine. Remember that glass of wine that we're talking about? It's still on your back right now. Don't let it spill. Woo! Keep going. Squeezing the abs super tight. You start feeling your back. Hold the plank nice and steady. Don't move it. Squeeze your tissue. Remember, our hips want to go up. They want to go down too low. Don't let them. Keep the body in a straight line. Keep going. Seconds left. We've never done this before. Let's go 10 seconds.
Your training is now complete.
10. Squeeze the tissue.
Please wipe down machines and
7,
continue
6,
to the cardio.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. That was amazing, ladies. Now let's stretch out the back a tiny bit. Now if you have a band available, let's keep it on because we'll use it. We're going to go on the floor, nice and slow. And what we'll do, if you have a sensitive back, just bring that knee in and just hold that. I know we've done this stretch before, but I don't want to overdo it if your back is sensitive. If your back is okay, and you want to stretch the hamstring and your calf, ladies, okay? So you can do both at the same time. You can put that band on top of your foot, or you can use a towel, or if you can reach your toes, you could even grab it with your with your hand. You keep your abs engaged. You're either pulling on the band or your toes, whatever you can do, and stretch the calf. Once you put your toes down towards you, you're going to feel stretch in the back of the leg and the calf as well. Bring on for the calf, ladies. Keeping the back flat. Woo! I feel it. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. Good job. Now we're going to tighten the core. You either do it this way if you have a sensitive back, just little hugging the knee. Always safe for the back. If you want to make it more challenging for the calf and the hamstring, I feel my hamstring blades after those British. So you either hold it with the band like this, or if you can reach for your toes, you point your toes towards you. Ooh, that's hamstring and the calf at the same time, ladies. Those are the best stretches where we can go. Keep going. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to take this off now, and we're going to do a little pelvic tilt. So you know how we do the cat and cow on your knees and your hands? This is actually similar stretch for the back, but it doesn't, you're not putting as much pressure on your knees and your shoulders. So you can also do this if you have a sensitive back. So what we'll do, you know how we arch it and we tuck? So we're going to do the same. We're going to squeeze that tissue. We're going to flatten the back, squeeze in the abs, hold it for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Good. When you release it, don't release it too much to where your back arches all the way, because that might put a little pressure on your back. Just a little tiny lift with the back off the ground. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. You can put your hands on the core to really engage it. Squeeze the tissue, squeeze the abs. Exhale through the mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's do one more. Squeeze the abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's roll to the side. Final child's pose. After all that work we've done to the core, we need to stretch the back a little more. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work, ladies. Now as you come up, I'm going to remind you again, you're on your knees, you're coming up, you're pushing through your heel, you could grab onto something if you're worried about the knee. Make sure your knee never goes past your toes. You lift your toes up, push through that heel, and come straight up. Good job, ladies. I hope you got as tight as I did. Hopefully you're going to be nice and sore in your inner thighs. Don't forget to stretch a little bit more. We have more stretches on our YouTube channel. And then the cardio. Imagine I'm watching you today on your cardio. So go extra hard, burn those calories, and have fun with it, okay? I love you and miss you. Bye-bye.